inside the museum. The rest is forbidden, okay? Only the Pope live there, the Swiss Guard, and the Vatican citizen. But the way, there are only 800. Because then you should grab the coin with your right hand and then throw it with the back of the fountain. Because the basilica has a long body at the front, because they have the shape like a Latin cross. Okay, there is the statue of St. Paul in the entrance, just beside the columns, and the front of the church has a golden mosaic. Now, if the trees can let us see a little bit of this basilica. Okay, the golden mosaic is a technique made in quotes of the city of Rome. And the Vertico Massimo is the dome of St. Peter, obviously. And I repeat, the hill on the right, where the rooms is the Palatine Hill. Here, Romolo, the first king of Italy, Rome, came here in 753 again. Orange trees garden. Okay, this is our meeting point where he's stopping.
Okay, this was in what is this place?
Rome.
That's right, Rome. So what do you think about the buildings?
So I think what I realized the most when we were there is how young America is compared to the age and preservation of the buildings there.
You're right.
They're so much older and ancient compared to what we have here.
Like a lot of Romanesque building, like similar these buildings you see you can also find in the U.S. like the Capitol building in Washington, similar, right?
Yeah, but they're not as old.
Yeah, not as
to
old.
think how old they are, how long they've been there.
Yeah, like the Roman Empire. And previously we saw the one that the one they had the chariots. What's that? The chariot races.
Yeah.
Yeah, they reminds you of that movie, the classic movie Ben-Hur. Yeah, something like that. What about the people? Tourists who wants to visit in the future. Do you feel like people were friendly?
Yeah, it was friendly. I felt safe. It was fine, but we stuck to the touristy places.
Which one is this? This one is the one
It's the walkway to the Vatican.
Yeah, Vatican City. That was cool though, because growing up as Catholic, always it's kind of like the Mecca or the ultimate pilgrimage is to go to the Vatican.
And of course, it's not what you expect, what you envision. It's always different.
And who is that guy?
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice. You're not in the 80s.
We're not.
No, it's fashion.
Oh.
Look at that. Doesn't look like Miami Vice. Who are those? That's the Brady
tourists.
Bunch.
It's the tourists.
No, the Brady Bunch. Oh, back in the background, that was the Vatican's kind of like the main building, right? Where the Pope.
I think the Pope speaks at. What's it called?
The building.
No, what's the church in the back? I don't think he speaks right there.
Basilica and stuff. Oh, those are the birthday girls. So happy.
It was pretty cool to walk around the cobblestone streets, the
That
military. It was pretty protected. You can't get very close because there's several levels of security leading up to the Vatican. You can do tours and stuff, but it's pretty long waiting.
And they had machine guns, some of them. And this is like the bonsai tree that I love seeing. It's like a big bonsai tree.
But it was busier because we were there on a Wednesday, which apparently the Pope speaks every Wednesday to the people, so a lot more people are there on Wednesdays.
Oh, we were there Wednesday?
Yeah.
So the Pope
He had
spoke?
Yeah, he had spoke earlier in the day before we got there. And then plus we're not there during peak season, so we didn't have too much of a problem walking around.
Oh yeah, this is the couple that we saw.
Yeah, we saw a lot of weddings
Wedding.
walking around. And then a lot of the places have fountains or statues that separate or identify the city, the boundaries of the different cities or areas.
Yeah, kind of like similar in Barcelona and Spain, like the Placa España. It's kind of like a landmark you go to. It's almost like a circular fountain and roundabouts.
They do lots of roundabouts.
I think roundabouts is based from that culture that came to America. They started the roundabouts.
But they're much wider. There's several
yeah.
lanes.
And the weather was nice when we were there.
Yeah, it was perfect weather.
Luckily, because lately was last week that Venice got flooded. It was raining too when we were there, but not in. Was it in Rome? Yeah, it was in Rome.
No, it didn't rain when we went there.
When we went to the Michelangelo.
That's Florence.
Oh yeah, that's Florence. It's a typical. Most of the roads are cobblestones, wasn't it? You could hardly see any paved road.
Cars are all very small. Lots of motorcycles and mopeds. Public transportation.
Food.
Just lots
A
of
lot of
people. Narrow roads.
Pastries. And shops everywhere too. So what can you, like, with your visit, what can you advise future visitors?
Well, we were only there for one day, so we had to pick and choose the key things we wanted to go see and target those. But you could spend days going through the museums and doing tours, and there's just a ton to see if you're able to be there for more than a
One
day.
day. And this is the Colosseum.
Mm-hmm.
But because the Colosseum is where they battled to the death in the Roman times.
Yeah, and it's huge. It looks way bigger in person than it.
We weren't able to get in though because it was crowded, or
You have to get tickets and go in.
and it can take hours to get in.
So we didn't do that. But you can walk right up to it. It's got a fence around it, but you can get right up close and you can see inside it through the fence.
It's just amazing to see how they built the buildings. Or this is almost the end of our day. I want to see the subway system. Looks like I'm gonna take the train. Bellissimo. Or Bellissima.
And we were hungry because we ran so fast in between each thing. We never took time to stop and eat. So
That's right.
before we got back on the tour bus, we grabbed something to eat.
And full. That was a good day.